Hey, hello. Welcome to another episode of the Grand Slam. Not Spooktober this time, but we still want to give a festive season, so I gave a new look to the Grand Slam from the spooky season to
we be stuffing shit in the cornucopia.
Yeah, stuffing a lot in the cornucopia. I'm here with,
we're using the word stuff a lot, and that's the verb.
I mean, that it's any way you want to interpret what stuff is.
Yeah.
Any way you want to think about stuff, it's your mind and not ours.
And of course, I gotta say, I am here with back to the two buddies of mine. We got Robin as a pilgrim and Will as a pilgrim with a pilgrim hat.
As Scott Pilgrim with a pilgrim hat.
Yeah.
I think we have Robin. This is embarrassing. We shop at the same store. Do you shop at old Jedediah's same hat location? Because old Jedediah's buckle hats, they're truly the best.
You mean down on 5th Street?
Yeah, oh, well, yeah, that's the new location when we added the 5th Street, because there used to be 4.
Oh, so you went to the one by the highway.
Oh,
the one that's directly under the overpass.
Yeah, the one directly under the overpass, because it's the only place we could put a store. It's like, you want to build something down by the overpass? Well, I suppose so. It's the only place that they got concrete.
Come on down to Jebediah's shop, the only place where we only sell Thanksgiving stuff. Down by
these hats.
I don't know where I am. Where am I?
You know how I make these cornucopias? I stuff things in there, and the rest of the commercial was unairable. They could not show it. That was it.
Come on down to Jebediah's shack and meet Jebediah and his son Enron.
But I have a legitimate question. Who am I? And I don't mean like existentially. I mean like the picture. Like, who am I?
Oh, you're Scott Pilgrim from the comic series Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Oh, okay. I saw the movie once. I like that he has a hat, and I like that it matches Robin's. And Robin, you have a very large hand, and you are clearly about to put in some work on that butter churn.
Yeah.
You are aggressively grabbing that butter churn. You're gonna treat that butter churn like it owes you money. I'll stop with my fantasies about you and butter churns. That is our thing. That's our thing, Robin. Don't tell anyone else.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
no one else.
Why would I tell anybody else?
Well, because you know how you are at parties when you've had a beer. Anyway, Edgar, I really like what you've done with the place. It's really nice. It's very festive.
Thank you.
I think you went to like Hobby Lobby, or we are not sponsored by Hobby Lobby, or maybe Joann's Fabrics. We are not sponsored by Joann's Fabrics.
Did you go to Marshall's?
Marshalls, we'd like to talk to you. Maybe you went to Marshalls. You went to Marshalls and you got some decor. It's not. It's when we're fancy, Robin. It's decor. When we're decorating the living room, it's just decoration.
People are that with me, Will.
It's a very important distinction.
It kind of does look like a Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, no, like for real. This is Hobby Lobby, I don't know, all year around, because they have this, Christmas, and fake antiques all year around. Also frames, and I'm pretty sure there's a Santa Claus in there, and he's just lost. He is wandering. He is wandering that Hobby Lobby, going, well, I'm holly and jolly, but I'm lost and I don't know where to leave. And it's about this time of year that they find him, they grapple him, and they bring him to the center of the store, and they throw him in the chair, and they go, "You can't leave, but the kids are coming." And he goes, "Well, I am a Santa," and
And you're walking around, and you're just utterly lost in the chaos of knickknacks and hobbies, and all you hear in the distance is a singing bass on the wall, and you can't find it.
And you will never find it. Because guess what? The singing bass hasn't been in that location for 10 years. Na 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 na. Where is it?
Once you're at the place where you think it is, it's somewhere else on the other side of the store.
It's like a cricket, except it's a bass. Those are very different animals.
That's interesting.
Edgar?
Sorry. Well, you guys were, telling the audience about a story of a missing talking fish. I was just opening because I think yesterday and today are the big launches of the next gen consoles, and since there's no and it's like the Xbox Series X and the PS5. Another little thing I forgot was coming out, and I went to go purchase it because I was like, hey, this is a pretty neat thing. It's a pretty nice little knick-knack, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
And what it probably is, I've been opening it for quite a while. It's the the Game & Watch Mario Game & Watch. It tells time, and it's got Mario Brothers 1 and 2 that was only released in Japan, and it's called here
the Lost Worlds. It has the Lost Worlds on there.
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
And it has some cool, and it's, oh my god, whoa, that is very tiny. I'm doing a kind of an unboxing here with you guys, so bear with us. But wow, this is a very tiny thing. It really looks cool. I went to GameStop and I got this. Oh yeah, I was right. Okay, because I was talking to the girl at the GameStop, and she's like, I asked her, I'm like, they said it didn't come with like a charging thing. One, it technically does. It's a port C, which I'm not surprised. Because
put it up to the camera
Yeah.
so we can see it.
Yeah, look at that. You know what? Let me put it at the face cam one real quick. Let's go right here. Yeah.
Oh, we get to see the face cam.
Look at that. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. It's the
Oh, it looks like one of the OG Game Boy Pockets editions.
yeah. It's kind
That's what it looks like.
it kind of looks like the Famicom from Japan, which is their NES. It's got that look. This is what it came in the box.
What does the back look like?
The back is just got that. The
Just
power
the red.
button. Yeah, the power button's right here, and there's the port C. And it's really nice. It has like a rubbery feel on the buttons. They feel real nice.
Oh, look how thin that is.
Yeah, look at that.
Holy shit.
It's extra thin for your pleasure.
Look, I'll give you a comparison of how thin it is. So here's my terabyte storage where I keep the videos and all that stuff. It's like as thin as that. And also here's the game capture that I have, this aluminum guy. It's like, look at that shit. It's as thin as that.
About the same size.
Hey, Edgar, how many double stuffed Oreos wide do you think that is?
Holy shit.
It's so thin. Is that like a regular stuffed Oreo? Or is that like a single double stuffed, or is it even a little bit bigger?
I think it would be a thin Oreo, as a thin Oreo.
Oreo thins aren't real. I have very strong opinions about Oreo thins.
Oreo thin.
Yeah. Do you know about? Okay,
it's turning on.
This is food news. And you know what? No, we're gonna hold off on the Oreo thins. We're gonna marvel in this for a moment. It's so pretty.
Oh shit.
And it's backlit. I remember when they weren't backlit. Do you remember when Game Boys weren't backlit? It was terrible.
That's
Like
cool.
I remember playing
That's
my
so
brother's
Time button.
old.
Oh, look at that. And it tells you the time. It's a little
I
time.
Game
remember-
and
Look at
watch.
that, guys. It's
I
a little
remember playing my
Mario.
brother's original Game Boy, and yeah, the backlit stuff is it's a nightmare to deal with. It.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
there's no lighting at all.
I know. I grew up with a Game Boy Advance, not like an OG Game Boy or Game Boy Color.
My next portable was a Game Boy Advanced SP. So it was a major upgrade from my brother's original Game Boy, because he had the Game Boy Color.
Oh, really?
Also, yeah, he had both the Game Boy Color and the regular Game Boy, and I kept the regular Game Boy, and he had the Game Boy Color.
But yeah, I think this cost me. Well, it cost me like a total of like 50, I guess.
Oh, nice. It's
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah, it's a limited time thing, and it's a cool knick-knack. It tells me
Yeah.
time, and I get to play 2 Mario games here. It's very tiny, but I really like it.
I know.
Hey Edgar, you're not embezzling the money we get from the podcast in time. Just kidding. We have received a grand total of no money.
But
Once we get affiliate though, y'all. Hey.
That's when we're
Which reminds me. Hey Edgar.
Yeah.
We have like a YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, we do. We got a YouTube channel.
We got us one of them YouTubes.
We got them YouTubes. We also got a good handful of videos in there.
We also have a Discord and a Twitter.
Oh yeah, we got a good Discord.
A Facebook page as well.
And speaking
So-
of Twitter,
Boom. There you go.
speaking of Twitter, would you like to announce the new Twitter or the returning Twitter, Robin?
Yeah. So a lot of you may not know.
Let me put it back on. There we go.
Yeah, a lot of you may not know, but so me and Edgar, we used to work on a radio station at the university, and the Grand Slam, that's where it kind of started, was at the radio station.
Yeah.
Before Edgar came along, I used to have a video game radio show called Player 2. And it was mostly just a thing for like video game reviews and video game news and stuff like that. And I used to have a Twitter for it, with the help from Dylan Mendoza, who was in charge of the cinema show, who helped me out with creating the logo and just setting everything up and figuring it out. And I wanted to. That's always been on the back burner because I kind of stopped doing that because I kind of just lost interest in doing that. And it wasn't until the Grand Slam that I feel like, no, maybe I should bring it back in some capacity, whether it's like a smaller version of it. So I recreated the Player 2 Twitter page, and it's Player 2 Grand Slam at Player 2 Grand Slam.
Yeah.
And it is not its own individual thing. I made it kind of like a subsidiary of the Grand Slam, and I'm planning on actually posting a review of Black Ops Cold War in probably, I would say, this weekend. I'm going to, because there's still some more I have to play, and kind of see what I like and dislike and all that. But yeah, that's it'll be a new thing for me to work on a little bit. I'm kind of making it seem like it's if you guys know the YouTube channel Funhouse, they kind of have this smaller channel now that originally used to be there. It's called Inside Gaming. So I'm kind of making it like, Inside, like Grand Slam is Funhouse, and then Inside Gaming is the subsidiary of that.
Yeah.
And from time to time, once I get recording equipment and stuff like that, I'm going to then switch from doing Twitter review stuff and then start posting video reviews on both Twitter and on YouTube.
Yeah.
And also, like, if there's ever like a moment where like we could just, it's still a work in progress, still kind of small.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to become too big because it's not supposed to be its own thing. It's just supposed to be kind of like I wouldn't say partner, because if it was a partner, it would have already been like, I would have been working on it for like this whole time, and I'm just bringing it back up again. So what would be the right word for it? I get, not a partner.
Side piece.
Yeah, side piece. That'd be more.
This is the side piece to the main treat, which is us here right now.
Yeah.
But the thing about Robin as a side piece is it's still a good time.
the Grand Slam is the bucket of fried chicken, and player 2 is the side of mashed potatoes with gravy. Let's put it that way. So, without further ado, I officially, even though it's already been activated, with my imaginary scissors cutting the rope, I hereby call player 2 Grand Slam to be open.
Yeah.
So there we go.
That's where, Robin will post his game reviews, and that's where we'll we'll have like our posts of like our reviews on games, since we're like we have our channel, like recently we just been doing a lot of movie stuff for the seasons, but we at the same time we all like to play video games, and we want to add more video game stuff on the Grand Slam stuff and talk about them hopefully soon. And we're just trying to integrate everything here, but we're which is like, it's pretty cool that like Robin's using that as a way that we show our reviews, because sometimes we're not gonna have like full on reviews on certain video games like we do with movies, since I guess like video games, it really depends on what console we all have, and so that's like
and I'll occasionally share on Twitter. I'll share some news from other sites, like from like IGN and stuff like that, like retweeting it.
Yeah.
Just to get that information out there about certain stuff, and then eventually, like, because we're not as big to the point where we need to. Where we're going to be sending reporters out, obviously.
Oh yeah.
If I am going to be making a an actual news story kind of thing through that page, I'm obviously going to be citing my sources, because that's kind of what I have to do, because of how small it is. But it's more than likely, it's just mostly going to be retweeting game news from other stuff, and then and video game reviews of mine from not just my own take on some games, but also from Edgar and from Will. They would just have to, you guys would just have to write down your reviews, and then I can copy it onto a Twitter page, post it.
Yeah.
So,
I have two things to talk about before we talk about the thing that we're actually going to talk about. First off, we have Edgar, 25 people following us right now?
Yes, we do. 25 followers on Twitch.
Okay, on Twitch, we've got 25 followers. We've got more than that subscribed to our YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah.
We need how many more followers to get to affiliate, Edgar?
In total, we need 50 followers to be considered affiliate, so we can start having the subscribers and the ads on those stuff.
Okay. I'm announcing right now, today, and it's tied into what Robin announced today. Once we get affiliate, I'm going to buy Minecraft, which I have never owned and know nothing about. And we're going to drop us a video of me bumbling around going, but how do work?
Okay.
But how do work? But
Nice.
We've got to get affiliate.
We gotta get affiliate, guys.
So we gotta, if you've got friends and you think we're haha funny good times, you gotta get them over here. You gotta help us get affiliate, so you can watch me bumble around Minecraft going, but how do work?
How do work? And,
but how do work? Would you like a little soup? No, I don't want any soup. I wanna know what to do. You've got to save Minecraft.
I'm kind of in agreement with Sir Carl of Denmark. What if we had Will's first time playing it? He plays it on hardcore mode.
Oh my god.
Okay, but here's the thing. I don't know what that means.
It's the hardest difficulty ever, and there's no respawns.
Okay, awesome. I don't know what that means. Like, there's no respawns in playing solitaire either, but like, it's not hard, so I don't know what it means. True. I don't watch Minecraft stuff, guys. Like, I've seen a few videos, but like, I don't know. That's why we need to get affiliate.
We'll
Actually have to do it.
when we get affiliated and we have all three of us having Minecraft and we have the video of Will learning how to do it, then we will play a Minecraft hardcore playthrough.
Oh yeah.
Oh
There
yeah.
we go.
Maybe we'll stream
It's
that.
gonna.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll stream it,
But of
record it,
course- but of
have the
course-
highlights and all that.
Yeah, but of course I do want to say to the followers that we do have, maybe small, but I do want to give my big thanks and love to all you guys who've been following.
Oh hell yeah.
And to the people who are watching it, we got 6 viewers here. To those 6 viewers and to the people who come in or not, we love you guys. If you do like us, share it to people, tell it to your family, tell it to your friends, get us affiliated, and of course with the money that we if we do whatever little money we do get affiliated from this channel, all of it goes to the show itself, so we can help improve the show, so I could make the show look better and nicer. And also to the people on Discord, to the people that we have on Discord, the community that's growing, we love you guys, we thank you for that. Same thing to the YouTube channel. We have a lot of we have 37 subscribers on YouTube, which is pretty dope. Which is and once more general, we thank you guys and we like that you're supporting this. It sounds like we're ending it, but no, it's just like, you know, we just if you can share it,
We just have a lot of love to give, and we want y'all to share the love we want to give.
we all care for you.
We do.
Yeah, but you know, help us get to 50 followers and to get it growing.
And it's just great that when we had the movie night with Clue, and then eventually ending it with Hubie Halloween with the few stragglers that were still left behind. Honestly, that was probably one of the greatest times that I've actually had in a good long time.
Yeah, which is a good
Would
thing.
you like a little shoe?
Yeah, and it was like, and the fact that we got to, like, me and Edgar, because we know that Will knew these people from the regiment.
Yeah,
But it's the fact that me and Edgar, we got to meet, you know, new people and see how they are, and it was just great. It was a fun time.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Even when we got to play a little bit of Among Us, that was great.
yeah.
It was really fun.
Hence why we have that we want to grow our Discord with. If you go to our Discord and you join us, you'll be able to like you can interact with us, and we'll do like movie nights like on certain days or certain special days, you know, and you get to. You were saying, Robin?
Go ahead. Sorry,
and,
go.
And I was just gonna say, like,
Robin, did you just have a stroke? What the hell was that?
I don't know.
You know what, Robin? I'm cutting away from you. Edgar?
and and I was just like, the Discord is like where you can also request, you could give a suggestion for movies for the future Grand Slam stuff for like after Christmas and all that, or even further Christmas ones, so we could find Christmas movies or Thanksgiving movies, or and of course since back let me just go back to the thing. Join our Discord if you want to be with the chat, join the community, go to movie nights, suggest us movies, all the fun stuff on Discord. So the Discord's on the link, all of our the Discord's on the link, player 2 Twitter is on the link. We also have this the YouTube channel's on the link as well on the chat.
Maybe this is something to talk about later, but maybe we could add like a since we have movie suggestions, maybe we could have player 2 video game suggestions also.
Yeah.
So something you know that I could eventually look into, and eventually, if I have the money, get it and then play it and review it.
Okay.
Same with you guys.
The number of people who are going to say, "Oh, y'all ought to play Hoy. You gotta play Hoy with us." It's gonna be a large number. We're gonna have a large number.
You
gotta play Hold Fast. You gotta play Hold Fast, and you gotta join the regiment. Which, by the way, if either of you have Hold Fast, you definitely gotta join our regiment. That's the 21st Jaegers. See, regiment people. I'm shilling. This is called shilling for the cause. But yes,
as much as I do like, I don't play Hoi 4 correctly. Let me stress that, because what I do is I look for mods and I just put it on spectate mode and just see what happens, because it's always interesting just to see what happens. And then
you gotta play with mods.
And then I do like I have Holdfast and I do like it. It's just it's been a long while since I played it. I love the community in Holdfast because of how memey it is.
Oh God, the
That's
memes.
It's what keeps the game alive, which is what I think is great about it.
That game's the one where it has like, it's like you're playing like a war against someone else or something like that.
Yeah, it's like Napoleonic musket rifles, cannons, and all that.
Well, excuse me, Robin, but muskets are not the same as rifles because.
Flintlock rifles. God damn it.
Okay, Robin. Well,
God.
we've got to start this fucking show.
I mean, it
Edgar-
has been started, so
yeah, but like.
let's get to the main topic at hand.
We've
let's-
got to start the show part of the show.
Let's get on.
We've had the pre-show. We've had the okay. Is everybody seated? Is everyone comfortable? I hope you're comfortable. Do you need a popcorn or a soda? You need a soda? We've
What
had
about
that.
What about a creamsicle? I have some in the back if you want some.
Oh no, they all melted. Oh well, I guess that's what I do for driving slow in the middle of the Texas summer.
Well, at least we have popsicle sticks so we can make little arts and crafts with them.
Oh, they're so sticky. Why are they? Oh, because the creamsicles melted. You goof. Anyway, we've had that. Now, what were we supposed to watch?
Oh my god.
we watched the movie. We watched the movie. And I guess this is going to be the theme for this month. Well, I feel like November this season's always going to have like a different theme. Unlike October and December where they're like, oh, Halloween movies or like horror movies, and Christmas is like, oh, like Christmas movies, good or bad or shitty. And with Thanksgiving, with this one, it's like there's not really that many Thanksgiving movies, and if there is, they're
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Oh my
It's
god.
the only Thanksgiving movie. Steve Martin and John Candy.
Well, like, not for nothing, but isn't there like a I don't know, a Peanuts Christmas Thanksgiving
It's special.
mashup where, like, I don't know, Lionel doesn't know how to make pumpkin pie. There's some kind of minute issue, and at the end of the day, they overcome it, and it's wholesome and yay. Except it's not really that wholesome. There's that. But like other than that, yeah, I don't know of any Thanksgiving movies.
yeah. But
Although
this
apparently Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, because Robin's got to be right.
It is a really good movie, I will say. It is a really funny movie. If we could,
Edgar?
uh,
I'm cutting you off, Robin. Edgar,
the camera's panning away from me slowly, inches, and then it just like rushes to Edgar as soon as Will says Edgar.
meanwhile, you're chasing the camera trying to get back in frame, and we see your arms and part of your head in every once in a while going, but no, really, Steve Martin and John Candy, fuck, that's a fast camera.
but
Edgar?
you know, so this month's theme for this year's November month is 80s comedies. So like any 80s comedy movie that came out in 1980, 1981, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Any of those, any movies that came out in those years that are comedies, those are what we're going to be talking about for, you know, this whole month. And
Okay.
and we're like, oh, we'll see how that one goes. We'll go, unless like other people have some suggestions that we could watch. Who knows? Discord, maybe.
And hey, Robin, guess what year that Planes, Trains, and Automobiles came out in?
What year?
1987. So guess what,
Oh.
chat? We might. And I
might.
say it's a big might. It's a big might. Robin, slow your
Yeah.
roll. We might watch it.
Oh,
Oh,
gotta-
Stay says we should watch Das Boot, which was made in 1981. And hey, Stay, thanks for
Stay.
accepting the hamburger.
Stefan.
Oh, stay. Thank you for taking the burger. I hope
I
you
mean-
enjoy the burger.
Oh, did he actually take the burger?
You got
Take the burger. Thank
oh,
you.
nice.
I got the notification. I was like, oh shit, someone got a burger.
Well, nice. Thanks for taking the burger, Stefan.
Thanks for taking.
I would say yes. Let's watch Das Boot, but it's not a comedy.
I mean,
'Cause
like,
Das Boot is a good movie. It's a really good movie.
yeah, but by the time you get the director's double, triple cut, where you get the 9 extra hours of them,
I have that.
of them just sitting in the U-boat, and that's all. They're just sitting there. It's like they were waiting for a light to change or something, and they were just like, "Well, nothing really going right now." Except they're German, so well, nothing. We can't do that. We can't do that joke. That joke's we get canceled. I know nothing. All of Germany cancels us right here, right now.
We will not be allowed into Germany. We won't be able to do the Grand Slam. Does Germany?
FYI, we love Germany. We love you guys. Me
especially. I've been there twice, and I love it.
Yeah.
I've been to the Munich airport.
I've never been to Germany, or I've never been to Denmark. I've only been to Mexico and the U.S. But
And like Cuba, right? You're Cuban. See, guys, this is a joke that we have. We're not gonna get into it. We might eventually.
Where were you going, Will, for when you were in the Munich airport?
I don't think that's any of your business.
I'm just wondering, God.
I don't think that's any of your business where I was going. I'm a classy man. I travel to Europe, to far-flung alleyways and in large metropolitan zones of Europe. And you know what? I don't want to talk about it. Let's get back to the issue at hand. Thank you for taking the burger, Stefan.
Yeah. We all saw a movie, right? We saw the movie. What was the movie? We saw a little known movie called Weekend at Bernie's, which came out in 1989.
That's right. It was a movie called Weekend at Bernie's, and it was about democratic socialism. Because you see.
I'll be honest, all I thought when I heard Bernie's, I just thought of my head went directly to Bernie Sanders.
This movie is about the greed of Wall Street and the 1%.
So we watched Weekend at Bernie's.
It's directed by a guy named Ted. I don't know how to say his name correctly, but his name's Ted.
It's not Ted Kaczynski. Oh my God.
It's not Ted Kaczynski. Okay. Edit that shit out.
It says here on IMDb is Ted something.
Ted
but it's
Kotcheff.
Yeah, Kotcheff. Yeah,
Kotcheff, because his full name is William Theodore Kotcheff, and he's directed Rambo: First Blood. That's one movie that I know he's directed recently, or not recently, but like that's one of his other movies. One of his movies. One of those movies. Oh, I knew that, bro.
Better out than in.
So the movie.
Yeah,
that was a movie.
It indeed was a movie.
I have feelings about this movie, and I don't know if they're all good or all bad, but they are there.
They were kind of like, to me, it's like, okay, I can understand why this was popular back then.
Yeah.
Because why it became popular, and it's like, I'll be honest, like, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. I don't really see myself watching this movie again, but it was still good for an 80s comedy movie.
Yeah. I want to say that I feel the same, because I don't know if it applies to you guys as well, but this was my first time watching Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, me too.
Because all I know is I've always heard people talk about it and like, oh, you've never seen Weekend at Bernie's, dude? I'm like, you've never seen it? I'm like, how come you've never seen it? And I'm like,
I just know like the people carrying around a dead body pretending that it's alive.
Yeah, I never knew the real premise with it. And
Which, by the way, when you just say it's people carrying around a dead body pretending it's alive, that's really dark. Like, if I mean, we're gonna explain why it's not that dark, but but if you're just like, well, okay, here's the pitch. So, a guy dies, and his not even friends, they don't even know each other that well, but they carry him around like he's alive, and everyone just thinks he's alive. That's kind of dark. Like, it's just like, so you're telling me there's a corpse being hauled around like luggage? Like, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Um,
And it's
but
like,
I
and
agree.
guess what? And guess what? We're gonna do it twice. That's right. We already planned a sequel, Weekend at Bernie's 2,
Oh,
with
yeah,
the same actors as Bernie and the two lead roles.
Yeah, and I really want to see Weekend at Bernie's too. Not because I loved Weekend at Bernie's, but because, and we're gonna get to this, the things this body gets put through are horrendous.
Yeah.
But I agree with both of y'all. I don't think I'm ever gonna watch Weekend at Bernie's again,
Yeah.
unless I'm drinking with friends and it's like, hey, do you know what really crappy movie we want to watch because it's bad? Yeah, let's watch Weekend at Bernie's. Like, it's not something I'm gonna return to regularly,
Yeah.
but like, it was fine the first time.
I could kind
But
of.
but it made me want to watch Weekend at Bernie's too, because
Yeah.
I'm like, how?
Yeah.
'Cause I know-
How is the body not decomposed yet?
Oh yeah, I guess I can kind of understand how. I don't know. Was this movie like as big as it was back in the day, or is it like?
It was I think it only made 12. It cost 12 million to make it, and it made 30 million at the box office.
Shit.
So it was really popular. 15 million for budget, and box office was 30.2 million.
Wow.
So yeah, it definitely made back some money.
Yeah, because
and more.
I know certain, like, not everywhere, like certain, like, now TV shows, like, they always like make a gag out of it.
Yeah.
Like it's just specifically those scenes in like Weekend at Bernie's, but it
Like how have they not gone through? How have those people in at the party go throughout that entire party and not started smelling doo-doo coming from the dead guy?
yeah.
Because you know that when you die, you void your bowels, so you just start reeking of shit.
Yeah, I'm absolutely sure that the writers of this shit comedy were like, and you know, about 2 hours into this party, the body's just gonna smell like feces. Come on, Robin, it's a comedy.
This was rated PG-13, so
He's a dead body. There's also drug use. There's drugs are bad, okay? But like in the movie, there's quite a bit of drug use and heavy drinking. Also, there's murder and a dead body that's being used like a puppet.
Yeah.
So, there's that.
I guess we could start like
And I forgot about there was when he's already dead, and then there's the girl that comes over. Like,
Let's
wait.
let's wait, shall we?
Let's start at the beginning of the movie, of like how it all started off first.
We start with our friend and pal. Forgot his name.
Yeah. All of the characters except for Bernie are very forgettable. I know Gwen. I know Richard because he's the tall one.
I only know Bernie because he's the dead one.
I only remember.
There's Bernie, the dead one, Richard, the tall one, the other one who's kind of a slob, and Gwen. And I know nobody else's name.
I just remembered
Young
off the
Dude
top
1
of my
and
head.
Young Dude 2.
Off of the top of my head, I only remembered Bernie, and then I remembered Paulie, the guy who killed Bernie.
Oh yeah, his name's Paulie because it's 1980s and he's a mobster. So of course.
Hey, Paulie.
Hey, Paulie.
Hey,
I think
Paulie.
Paulie. Well, it starts off with a weird. I don't know if it's just me, but the song choice they used like to start the movie was off. I don't know. For me, it kind of felt like it didn't fit it. I kind of get it. It's beach like, but I don't know. The song just felt real off. I don't know if that was just me.
I can't
Yeah.
even remember what the song was.
Yeah, I can't even remember.
I just remembered we started off with the scene of Richard in his parents' house getting ready for work, and then going down to the corner and waiting for his friend Larry to show up, who's a half an hour late.
Yeah.
Larry, that's his name.
Yeah, and
Larry.
then so then they go to work on this very hot day, and apparently it's during this. I keep forgetting that I think they still do this, where they go into work, and apparently it's during the weekend, and they shut off the air conditioning. So they're in a giant building, sweating their asses off, and
But you're skipping such a good part, Robin.
which part am I skipping?
You're right at the beginning. They're walking. They meet up and they're walking through Central Park, and it's so hot.
Yes, I remember
And
this.
a mugger straight up pulls a snub-nosed 38 out of his waistband and says, "Give me your wallets." And Larry says, "Get your ass out of here. It's too hot." To the mugger who pulled a gun, and Richard is just like, okay, and they keep walking, and the mugger looks at them leave and looks at the gun and just repockets it and like goes away. And I'm like, damn, that's very New York of you, just to be like, get the fuck out of here. It's too goddamn hot for this. And then they go to the hot building, and Larry's just like, cheap bastards turned off the air conditioning on the weekend. But that mugger scene is just, it starts off the movie with a good tone.
Yeah.
And the movie slips from there some, but that just get your ass out of here. It's too hot. Perfect.
Yeah. Because watching it, that was like the first part that I was like, oh, I'm like, okay, this is genuinely, like, it made me laugh. And then it just goes, they go to the office building, they're doing like this work, and then they go on the roof because they're like, let's go to the beach, and then it pans to them on the roof on a small pool.
And they're saying, like, we can't go to the beach because you forget that we live in New York, and there are, like, every beach around us is dangerous.
Yeah. And
it's 1980s New York specifically.
And it starts off with, and then they're like, oh, look at this. It's like the guy finds out, like, oh, this guy is secretly like getting this money because in the papers it says he's died 3 times. And I was like,
and like, that is a problem. And then you later realize when they go to talk to Bernie about it, and they finally talk to him about, like, hey, we just got all these numbers, like, there's something out of whack with that. And then Bernie's like, all right, you know what? You two are good. You know what? You guys get to come up to my getaway up in the Hamptons. I don't know where it is.
he's because no, he's like, I like your guys' work. He's like, you guys are doing a good job. He's like, how would you guys like to come the weekend, go to the weekend at the beach with me? And they're like, whoa. And that's where I'm like, he's gonna kill him, isn't he?
And then
it's so much better than that, because literally what happens, because I wrote this shit down, is they exit the office eventually, and they're like, oh yeah, we get to go to the Hamptons or wherever, and they go, he loves us. He absolutely loves us. Immediately cut to, you gotta kill them, Vito. And it's Bernie at a dinner with the mob. You gotta kill him, Vito. Just boom, that quick.
It's like, gotta kill him. You gotta kill him for me, man. They're finding out shit. And then as he's trying to talk and tell him like they need to kill him, the main mob guy's girlfriend is putting her toes on Bernie's crotch,
playing footsie with him.
But
aggressively.
Yes. She's almost like she's like kicking and jabbing down there. It's like, oh god.
Oh, you know what? We missed a bit.
We did?
Okay.
Oh, is it with the girl? Or
yeah, it's with Gwen. Well, actually, it's a couple of things. So they find the $2 million error, and then they're like, oh my god, and they're on the roof, so they gotta get off the roof. They come back inside. One of them, Larry, that's the other one. He's smoking inside because this is New York City in the 80s, and you can do that. And they see Gwen on the elevator, and she's obviously, okay, gonna be the love interest. They don't make that subtle.
yeah.
And Richard's the one who likes her, and Larry's like, "You gotta go talk to her," and that's not how he sounds, but in my head. So like basically pushes Richard over to her, and his opening line is, "Hi," long pause, "my aunt is very sick." He doesn't have an aunt. And like, oh, I physically cringed. I was like, oh god. He tells the friend that was bad, "I don't even have an aunt." He then pushes him back eventually into an elevator to talk to Gwen again, and he got a date from that. The 80s was an easy time to get a date, guys. We gotta build a time machine and go back.
We could deal with the whole Reaganomics crap. Let's just go back to the 80s. I mean,
times were simpler. You could get a date with the opening line, "My aunt is very sick."
Stuff was slightly cheaper. Slightly.
Yeah.
You had great men like Mr. Bernie Lomax, who would invite you into his office, and when you tell him that $2 million has been paid out for no reason, he'll say, "Don't call me Mr. Lomax, call me Bernie. My father's Mr. Lomax." And then a few seconds later, he puts on his glasses, and he goes, "You know, if anything has to go, I'm glad it's my vision, and not, the old joystick, because you gotta get a dick joke in there. You gotta get a dick joke."
They did-
The 80s.
Well, this is another dick joke, but it's like towards the end. I guess you can say.
Oh yeah, but we're gonna get to that.
Yeah, we're getting there. So he invites him to the beach, and that part where after he's like, "Oh, I gotta go," he's like, "Gotta leave," and then that girl, the mob boss's girl, she's like, "I'll be right back, I'm gonna pamper my face," and she goes over there, very very turned on, very in the heat to Bernie. And she's like, "You promised we were gonna go to the beach, none of this." And he's like, "I know, but I didn't expect this to go happening." And the mob boss is like, "Go check on him." He's like, I know she's cheating on me." He's like, "I want you to kill Bernie instead. Forget about the 2 kids. Bernie has been training us too long. I need you to kill him." And they're like, "Okay, boss."
it's like because he's the one who Bernie is like more greedy or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's slipping. He's greedy.
And
he cuts to when they do the big, "He loves us. I need you to kill these guys, Vito." Like that big cut. They're like, "We don't do that anymore. We're legit. We're legit businessmen. We don't just whack people anymore," which is funny, but like they do. And one of the guys, one of the mobsters is like, "I'm a little rusty, but it'll come back to me. How to whack people." Oh, that's a pretty good scene.
And then after that, it goes to the date scene with that guy that looks like from that Friends show, and
With Richard and Gwen.
Yeah,
those guys.
And maybe y'all, I don't know if y'all noticed, but the name of the restaurant they went to, did anyone notice?
It was some Yiddish.
It was Jaime's Hunan. It was a Jewish deli that did Chinese food, and he asks her, "How did you like the food? What, you've never had sweet and sour matzo balls before?"
Yeah, like that,
and
that's
I
what stuck with
died. I fell out of my chair. I died. Sweet and sour matzo balls. Either of those things, like, I want that to exist, and I want to try it, and I want to be disappointed, but I want to try it. Like, and then I want to be able to sit down and go, "This is really bad, but could I get a pastrami on rye?" And then they go, "Yeah," and they can make that too.
Yeah. Pastrami on rye. Do you guys have sauerkraut also? Can you add that?
Fresh out, sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. Just put some brown mustard on there and I'll be good.
You gotta have the brown mustard. Bernie Sanders?
What are you doing here?
Well, I was raised in Brooklyn. so I know how to get a good sandwich.
Aren't you supposed
Yeah?
to be in Vermont or something?
I can go back to New York whenever I want.
I guess that's true.
It's an honor to have you here, Mr. Bernie Sanders.
Hello?
Mr. Bernie Sanders, independent.
Mr. Bernie Sanders, what do you think of this movie? Did you enjoy that joke, Mr. Bernie Sanders?
I don't know what you're talking about. I am spending all of my time trying to get Joe Biden elected. He got elected? Not yet. So I'm still working on it. I'm spending all of my time getting Joe Biden elected because Donald Trump has to go. Bernie, do you have anything else to say while you're here? Yes, the 1% taxi! And then he left. And guys, we thank you, Bernie Sanders, for being here. He might pop back in again.
Yeah, who knows?
I don't know. This guy's
for him. So
yeah, I hope he does. This guy's like, he's here all the time. He's coming and going, and he's very active for a man of his age.
Yeah.
Boy, howdy, is he active. Well, Robin, what was your question for him?
Very cool guy.
It was like whether he prefers Kat's Deli or if he prefers Joe's Pizza on Second.
Well, let me see if I can. Hey, Bernie! What? I'm in the taxi. What do you want? Yeah, you like Cats and Joe's? You're gonna go Cats.
Okay, I figured.
Yeah.
The taxi just took off. I can't get him again.
I mean, Kat's is a famous deli, and it's apparently really good. I want to go try it.
Cats is also
is
a movie based on a musical.
Yeah. Yes.
Different spelling, but yes.
Yeah.
Whenever this pandemic ends, and then we start doing vlogs for this channel, we'll do New York first.
Yeah, we're just gonna go.
Grand Slam take New York.
You know,
you guys remember
this is
the Muppets Take Manhattan?
After.
Well, we're gonna do the Grand Slam takes over New York.
Takes over.
Yeah. We're going to take Manhattan. Like, we're just gonna buy all of it. Because with this affiliate money we're gonna have coming in, we're just gonna buy Manhattan. All of it.
Hey, Kermit.
Well, not all of it.
If Kermit the Frog can have his own musical Manhattan and Muppets Take Manhattan, we can go take New York.
Last side thing. So, like, weird thing. So, what we didn't think we were going to get this far into buying New York City, and because we thought, it's going to cost like billions of dollars just to purchase the city rights and the property of the entire city. No, it's only $5.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Funnily enough, Confederate money. It's not even good.
No.
It's not even useful. It's bad money.
Oh
my God, did somebody step on a duck?
The weird thing about it is that New York was in the North the entire time, so I don't understand why it's Confederate money.
I don't know. I have no idea, Robin. But you know what? We own New York City now, and we've got to do something with it. I'm thinking, parade?
Parade? I'm also thinking we get rid of the Yankees and make the Mets as the official baseball team. I'm just saying.
You know what? I say we send the Mets. I say we send the Mets to, I don't know, pick a city. Gary, Indiana. Yeah, we're gonna send the Yankees to Gary, Indiana. And their official song is gonna be Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana. And that's for the baseball team. We put that in the contract.
I don't think Indiana has an MLB team.
Wait, since we own New York, does that mean we own the New York Jets?
No,
no. The airlines own the Jets. So, you're talking about a sports team. I don't know anything about
football team. New York. Well, the New York Jets are in Jersey. Well, anyway, so Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah,
back to Weekend at Bernie's. So, do you remember Weekend at?
That's pretty much it. And apparently, she thought she saw through the lies he was making.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she still has feelings for him. Ew.
Well, yeah, because his lies are so bad. Okay, Richard takes Gwen to his parents' house where Richard lives. This is New York City. Rent is very high. He's working a job where he doesn't make that much money. It just makes sense to live with his parents for a little while longer until he can save up some cash. It's understandable. It's economic. It's good shit.
Yes.
But his friend Larry lives on his own in an apartment which is apparently the size of a broom closet and is covered with roaches. And he says, "Hey, you wanna bring Gwen back to my place for a little privacy?" And Richard says, "No, no, thank you.
No.
I couldn't let you do that." And he goes, "It's no problem. I can be out for the evening." And he says, "No, really, no, thank you." And Larry asks, "Is it because of the roaches?" Because they'll leave when you turn the lights on. And I was just like, and then he says, "I mean, yeah, it's a small apartment, and yeah, it's wall to wall to roaches, and yeah, it's not in a very good neighborhood with high crime, but like, it's mine. It's better than living at home with your parents." And I was like, "No, it isn't.
No,
It just isn't. They have a nice place. They walk in the door. Gwen's comments on, 'Oh, this is such a nice place.' Anyway, then they start to, the hugging and the kissing.
They get on the smooching. They hug.
They get to the smooching and the hugging.
And then dad walks out in his underpants with no shirt, getting something to drink, I guess. And
Gwen is freaking out.
Yeah.
There's like, it's like trying to tell the story of a bad date that went down. It's like I come home with Gwen. We start talking about how lovely the furnishing is here. She thinks it's my place, but it's actually my parents' place. We sit down on the bed. We have a drink. We start making out. My dad shows up in his underwear and getting something out of the fridge. I say, "Oh, don't worry. It's just my butler." Gwen starts freaking the hell out. It's like,
and then the dad goes, "Oh, Richard, sorry, I didn't know you had company over," and is going to leave them alone. And Richard goes, "Hey, like Maury or Monroe or something like that. It's an M name." He goes, "Can you put out my blue suit for tomorrow? Can you lay out my blue suit for tomorrow?" And he says, "Yeah, how about I lay you out?" And he leaves. And Gwen, being a very smart lady, says, "You let your butler talk to you like that?" Because Richard has said, "Don't worry, that's the butler." Yeah. And he goes, yeah, no, it's fine. He was a war hero. He's a war vet. He's got a plate in his head. It's this whole... And she's just like, "Well, you're a dirty liar." And she leaves because guess what, Richard? You're not that slick. His opening line was, "My aunt is very sick." Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna let that slide.
And they keep bringing it up in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, a few scenes later we get, "Oh, how's your aunt?" "Oh,
she's dead."
"Well, she's dead." "Oh, I'm very sorry. I half expected him to say, it's okay, we weren't that close." Like that's the kind of dialogue, but the dialogue's not even that good in that scene.
Yeah.
Oh man. Like, yeah, you would say like, "Oh, we weren't that close," but it's like, then why did you bring it up the first time we met?
And isn't there, like, before the dad walks in, aren't they talking about, like, his parents died in a train accident, they always liked to drive the trains?
Oh, yeah,
and then Gwen
talked to her about it before they were doing the smooching.
Yeah, right before. "Yeah, my parents are dead. Yeah, my aunt's very sick and my parents are dead. They died in a train accident. Oh, I always thought trains were so safe, but like, planes are supposed to be incredibly safe." And they go, "Well, it's funny because a plane actually crashed onto the tracks." And then, of course, Dad comes in only in his boxers and is like, "Oh, sorry, didn't know you had company." And then it goes on from there. But like, she walks out, and then the only next note I have is speedboat.
Okay.
Because Bernie's on a speedboat.
It's like boom, boom. And then he's all like, "Oh, why you here?" That guy that's gonna kill Bernie, who Bernie thinks he's gonna kill the two guys. He's like, what are you guys doing here? I'm like, the two buffoons are not coming till like 6. He's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's all good." It was like, "Where do you live again?" He's like, "I live over here." Blah 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 blah. He's like, "It's like, oh, don't kill him while I'm here." He's like, "I got it." And that comes back later on.
And then I'm trying to remember how exactly Polly killed him.
He stabbed I think it's like a heroin needle up his back and made him overdose, I guess you could say, because he had like a bag of like drugs in his pocket that he put in Bernie's jacket.
Because really, there's like a lot of like, I think that's kind of part of the why there was some moments where I kind of tuned out because there was a lot of filler comedy that was just happening into it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of filler.
And it just kind of like, okay, all right, he's dead. They're doing wacky antics with him, with a dead body. All right, this is all filler. Here comes Polly again to try to, quote-unquote, re-kill the body.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I felt like it went from like, the beginning of it went from like, I guess, the
beginning felt structured.
Yeah,
the beginning felt like
it felt structured and felt like it was gonna go somewhere. But then once it starts doing the Weekend at Bernie stuff, like him dying, it just kind of went off looking like acting like a cartoon. But
and
like,
it's
not
like,
even a well-structured cartoon.
And it's like at first it's fine, like doing the whole party part was like, no, that's fine. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
But then you just keep beating the dead horse by
literally,
by like, oh, we're messing with this guy's dead body throughout the whole entire time we're here.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Richard over there is trying to woo Gwen into taking him back.
Yeah, because the whole thing is, oh, the good guy who has a crush on the girl, he wants to call the cops, but his edgy friend's like, no, let's not do that. We're chilling here. We just got here. We want to have fun. And then next day it's the same thing. And then it's always like the girl comes in. He's like, maybe we won't call the cops. I'll go with this girl and I'll talk to her. It's like every day to like the last day, I guess, of the weekend.
Yeah.
And
but like, there's some good filler. Like, it's a lot of filler. But like, if some of the filler, if you take it out of context with the rest of the movie, can be funny.
Yeah.
Like the two, they're not kids. They're adults. They're like, kids in comparison to like the mobsters and Bernie.
They're like 19, 20-year-old.
Yeah, but somehow they have accounting jobs. I don't know. They're very young.
Maybe they're paid interns. I don't know.
Maybe
because the girl said that was like her internship there.
That was her internship. But I think but they're like there.
Yeah. Which was it kind of was tough to see like how old they were, I guess.
Yeah, they looked very young, but like maybe they just looked young. But anyway, like. The scene where they're like, they think they're running a little late for the ferry to take, for people listening, that's ferry, Ferry. It's a boat. They're waiting for the boat, and they think they're late, so they start running at the boat because it's leaving, and then they throw themselves onto the boat. Yeah, the boat was docking. And they were like, you made me run and jump over for nothing. And one of the guys walks by them, like, just a random guy that's on the boat. And he just goes, you schmucks. And, like, just walks by. And I was like, that's funny. But, like, okay, physical comedy. All right.
It's kind of like... Go ahead, Will. Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, and then, like, we get to see, like, oh, the mobster's there. Got it.
Yeah, and then he disguises himself as a priest when he leaves.
Yeah.
And they're asking like, "Oh, do you know where Bernie's place is at?" He's like, "God bless you." He's like, "Thank you."
Which is like, why? Like, why? Nobody there knows who you are. Why are you leaving in a disguise?
Yeah.
It doesn't. it doesn't make that part didn't make any sense to me. But like,
and I don't know why, but I didn't like how I get that he was going. I guess, especially since because as the days goes by, that guy who's murdering Bernie goes insane because he thinks he's alive. He's all like, because he's like, it started when the mob boss's girlfriend, who she's cheating on with Bernie, she goes in and she's like, I'm gonna kill him, I'm gonna murder him, and she's destroying the place, and then she goes upstairs and then she has intercourse with the dead body,
basically committing necrophilia.
Yeah. And
now
that
it's
part,
very important to note that none of this is seen on camera.
Yeah,
It is only implied.
Because the murderer is like, I saw him. They were having sex, boss. I saw it with my own eyes, boss. And he's like, I can't believe he's alive. And then he goes, kills him. And it's like, I'm like, dude, why are you going insane because of this?
Yeah.
I mean, like, not for nothing. If I'm a hitman for the mafia, and I've, like, killed people before... Do nobody take this out of context. Okay, if I was a mafia hitman, and if I had killed people before, and I, like, was good at that job, and you killed a guy,
yeah,
and then he wasn't dead, or at a hospital, or, like, going to the cops to get you, he was just chilling. And then you were like, I gotta kill him again. And then you had to kill him again?
Yeah.
I think I'd go a little bit nuts. Because, like, the body's not dying. Like, it's like Rasputin. You gotta beat him and shoot him and poison him and throw him out into the cold and then club him to death again and then throw him into the river. And then he actually just died by hitting his head on a rock. Like, guy won't die? Like...
yeah.
It was, like, I'll be honest. Okay, so... Up until after the first night of the party, like, and up until, we start the second day with Bernie being dead, it was kind of like I zoned out because it was like, we're still with the same trope.
The movie kind of could have ended, like, earlier.
I didn't chime back in until Polly shows back up to re-kill the body. And then I butt out again. Because it's like, I don't know where it's going anymore. Because it's just, we're trying to make sure that nobody knows that he's dead.
It kind of felt like, I don't know why, it kind of felt like a TV show, like a very long, dragged episode.
Yeah, like they were trying to drag it on for like however long the movie is.
Kind of felt like a pilot
and it
for
wasn't
something.
that long of a movie. It was like an hour and 20 minutes.
It was like an hour and 30 something, and it just was like, and my mind's just, I was like, it felt like it could have ended like a long time ago. It just felt too dragged out. It's like, okay, we get it. You're doing these shenanigans with the dead body, and it's like you're kind of doing it too much that it's really getting stale.
And like, okay, let's talk about the high point with the corpse. Okay, it's definitely the party, right? Like, it's the first party, and like and you're right, Robin. I zoned out. Like, I don't have that many notes for the party, which is like the funnest part of the movie. The only notes I have are like, okay, so the mobster puts on a fake priest outfit, and that's a beautiful little scene. And then the guys walk in, and they're looking around, and they see a giant refrigerator, or a wine refrigerator, filled with champagne and caviar. And that's it. That's all the refrigerator has. That's the job of that refrigerator. They open a bottle, and then Bernie's dead. Oh my god, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Fuck it. Let's not call the cops. And then people just show up And it's not like a dozen
unannounced
people.
too.
It's like 100 people walk off of the beach and into the house and are just like, oh, hey, where's Bernie? The corpse is on the couch. They dragged, by the way, the corpse from the office room into the living room, onto the couch, and it's just there, chilling, arms on the back of the couch, just like lying back. And everyone's like, hey, Bernie, great party. Including a fake Arnold Schwarzenegger who pokes one of the kids and is like, hey, dude, you need to pump some iron, and leaves. And I'm like,
they were all dressed like if they were from Baywatch. I was getting more of a David Hasselhoff look because of his hair.
But like
one of them, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's
one of them,
I don't know if you guys noticed, but like a lot of scenes felt like they were all like audio dubbed, like they dubbed in certain lines for certain people.
Maybe.
I'm sure
because there that part where we're gonna skip through because like you can tell like. But when he when the guy who's goes insane because he thought Bernie was still alive, like towards the end when like they tied him up and like he's getting spun around and tied like that, and then he falls on Bernie's face and his hands like on his elbow like that. It's like you can tell that was like audio dub because it didn't seem like his mouth was going. It was basically like he was talking like, get out of here. I'm like that was just dubbed in. And like there were other scenes like on the boat, it was dubbed in as well. And I'm like, did they not get good audio at certain scenes that they had to dub it in?
It might have been this wasn't like a huge budget film either.
Mm-hmm.
$15 million. I mean, like the cast isn't like, you know, they're not dealing with Shakespearean great actors here. Like I'm not putting down the actors. I'm saying it was 1980, and like these aren't the biggest actors in the world. Yeah. So
this is also before like blockbusters became like super expensive type deals.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
But it is.
I don't know.
But it wasn't. It also wasn't that far away because it was 1989.
Yeah, because that's why I'm like I am gonna critique on like it's weird audio dubbing because there are movies in like at that time that were huge and they were fine with audio. This one just it just the audio dubbing just felt real off in a lot of scenes. Even in that big party scene where everyone comes out of nowhere to talk, they were even dubbing in those too, and it just felt really weird.
Yeah.
Part of the party scene. Mm-hmm. So like the mobster, when he killed Bernie, he injected him with, I guess, heroin. Like I guess that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And he dies. And he plants the syringe and a fairly significantly large bag, like it's not an insignificant amount of what's probably heroin, on Bernie's body. And Bernie's wearing a shirt that has a bunch of pockets on it.
Yeah, he was wearing a jacket, like a big jacket.
And one of the girls at the party, one of the ladies at the party, she's a lady, like walks up to Bernie's corpse, and they're all drunk already, and she goes, hey Bernie, I heard you were holding on to something for me. And the corpse doesn't move, and she opens his pocket and just grabs this bag of heroin and is just like, thanks Bernie, and like kisses him and leaves. And I'm like, does he just have heroin? I guess he just has it.
I guess we presume that he does do drugs. I guess because since it looks like he doesn't really care. I guess of like drinking and all.
Well,
that
shit. there is a really subtle thing in the first couple of scenes with Bernie where he like rubs his face a lot and like plays with his nose, and that's a thing about coke. I think.
I was about to say,
yeah. And that's what I was thinking. I'm like, maybe it was cocaine that it's in that bag because it was all white. Like in the bag that he was holding was white.
Really hope it. That's unfortunate because anyway. Those two drugs are not the same kinds of things. And that's just like, anyway.
That's why that's why when I was seeing, I'm like, so what did he just inject cocaine in him? Because I was like, what the fuck?
Mate. Well, like, no, it had to have been because like when he's injected with it, he like zones out
Yeah.
and then just like closes his eyes and like collapses.
No, his eyes stay open when he falls.
Maybe
Yeah, but
maybe
then
it
his
was,
eyes stay open. Yeah, I don't know.
maybe it was a morphine overdose, and then he
Maybe, yeah.
and then he stuck the cocaine in there, so it made it seem like, oh, it may have been a cocaine overdose. I don't know.
It was something. But anyway, she just pickpocketed a corpse for heroin or cocaine, one of the two.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
clearly we're well educated on the subject. But then, and we've already kind of talked about this, like everybody kind of leaves. And the mobster's girlfriend that Bernie was having an affair with shows up. And she's very upset. They've put Bernie's body in the upstairs bedroom. She storms up the stairs with like a knife in her hand and then like engages in physical love with Bernie's body and like comes back down and like has a cigarette and a shot. And Larry goes, "This guy gets laid more dead than I do alive." And then he says a second later, "You know, I usually get yelled at if I just lay there." That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, that's good. And then the next note I have is just like Bernie wears a toupee because his corpse is like somehow got onto the beach and the tide came in and the tide took him out and they had to grab the body and they threw it somewhere.
They stapled
and
the toupee on his head. They're like, "Hey, I got an idea."
His piece falls off, his toupee falls off, and they're like, "Don't." And Larry's like, "Hey, don't worry about it," and staple guns it to his head. And I'm just like, you know what? That works because he didn't feel a thing. But like, that was good.
Where they that blonde dude, the edgy dude, he throws Bernie's body on the out of the fence and it falls onto the mobster guy, and he starts fighting with him, and he's like, yeah, and then that's when the little kid comes in and buries the body, because like, "Hey kid, get out of here!" And the kid, all dubbed, was just like, he, no, you could kiss my, and then he spanks his butt. He's like, and then the guy's like, "Kiss your ass? Why I gotta beat your ass?"
Yeah, it's a very 80s movie. It's like, yeah, let's go, violence. Child violence. Sure.
And then the guys, like, they bring the body in and then they hear gunshots and they got real scared thinking they were gonna die already, but it turns out it was the kid's toy that made that sound. It was like, pew, pew. And then I'm like, okay, that kid ran away, and I was like, wouldn't that kid kind of know that was a dead body when he just saw it there?
Maybe not. It's there's plot holes so big in this movie you could drive a semi truck through them. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But like, I missed a lot of this middling part of the movie here, and like,
yeah, me too, because it was just so like repeated, like beating dead horse type crap.
And there's some fun stuff because it's like the next day and like, oh hey, they tied a string to Bernie's arm so that when people said, "Oh hey Bernie," from the beach, he could like lift his arm to like he was saying hi. But like it's a lot of physical comedy like that. And then like the next note I have cuts all the way to almost the end, and like Richard has told Gwen, like, look, Bernie died, and she doesn't believe him because he lied about his parents and he lied about his aunt, but the aunt who didn't exist, by the way.
Yeah.
And like, she's like, "I don't believe you because I saw him the other day," and he's like, "No, he's dead." And they're having this argument downstairs, and Larry drags the corpse by its feet, and its head's bashing into the steps with every movement. God. And he goes, and he says, "Look, honey, Lomax is dead here. Somebody's trying to kill us. Can we stay at your house till the cops come?"
Oh yeah.
She freaks out with an audible gasp of the realization. And then he picks up Bernie's head and goes, "It's just Bernie," and like slams it back into the handrail. It's just, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's
and
good.
And before that scene, they had that scene where they were trying to run away because they didn't know who was gonna kill them. So they got on Bernie's boat and they rode Bernie's boat. And then Bernie was like, when the wave came in, they jumped, and then Bernie fell off the boat and he was like riding on the waves.
Yeah, they had tied him to the back of the boat.
Yeah.
But like he was sitting in the back seat, a wave hit, he flies off of the back, but he's still tied to the boat. So it's like he's trying to ski, but he's just lying flat in the water, being pulled. And then they hit like a buoy, and there's a loud clang, and they go, "What was that?" "Oh, it was the corpse hitting the buoy." And they're like, "Oh no!" So they stop, pull him back in, go to start the boat. No more gas. And then they wade in the water using the boat as a flotation, using the corpse as a flotation device. And they're like, kick faster. We gotta get Bernie out of the sun.
It was whack. I honestly thought like when the body was getting dragged onto the water, like all that shit, I thought the body was like pieces of like the skin was gonna fall apart because of that.
But nope.
He saw perfectly fine. All he is just wet. And his toupee still on. So.
And his toupee stayed on. Hey, thank you, Staples. We are not sponsored by Staples, by the way. We are not sponsored by them.
Not sponsored. But I don't know. I guess
I don't really have much else to say about this movie except give it a rating. That's just me though.
I've got a couple more things written. So they're in the. You know what? I'm gonna skip that because it doesn't matter. But like the mobster guy comes in and shoots Bernie's corpse with a snub-nosed 38 and just pulls the trigger till it clicks, you know. And they go, "He's out of bullets." And he goes, "Yeah, this one's out of bullets." And then he pulls a 45 and he goes, and he says, "But this one ain't." And he's just firing at nothing as they run around the house. And eventually they run upstairs, they split up. Gwen and Richard get to run away. Larry's like, "Oh, I'll run over there." And he's like, "I'm gonna die." So he runs downstairs and hides in a corner. And then the mobster comes down the stairs where Bernie's body is, having now been shot 5 or 6 times. And his leg is up on the railing, but his body is on the stairs. And he goes to move the leg and he like throws it, but rigor mortis has set in. So the leg comes right back and hits him in the crotch.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You bastard, you kicked me in the balls." And then Larry again. Yeah, "I'm gonna kill you again." And then Larry's like, "Oh, I know, I'll tie him up." And he just grabs the phone cord, and at first he tries to garrote him, but the mobster like puts his hand out and he turns around, and then Larry just does like a almost Three Stooges-esque like whoop 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 around him, ties him up. And okay, at this point Bernie is very dead. We can all agree that at this point Bernie's incredibly severely dead.
And literally his body would have already like been slowly, I guess, rotting, especially with the staples here, and then the bullet holes is just he should have had like a bit of his skin off. Now that the mobster got tied up, the cops can be called, you know, for the murder that happened yesterday. And the cops show up, and these people get off scot-free. Yeah. They don't get charged. The Andy dude takes a picture with the cop, and he's like, "Did you get it? Did you get it?" I'm like, "Did I blink in the picture?" I'm like, shouldn't these two be arrested because they never called the police to take the body in, they're only arrested the person who actually killed Bernie, but not these other guys.
Yeah, and then the mobster is in a straitjacket, and they're taking him away, and he goes, he was alive, see? He was alive! He's still alive! And the corpse is on a gurney, and, like, it's positioned in such a way that, like, it looks like it's smiling. And he goes, he's still alive! He's still... And they load him into the truck, and they're like, we're taking you away, sir. We're taking you away.
Oh my God.
And then the gurney's being loaded into the ambulance, and one of the nurses or the ambulance, you know,
two girls
like,
on the beach, and they're like, "What's going on?" And then I guess that's when like made the cart move, and it went brrr, where Bernie was on.
It goes all the way down this huge ramp, and the body goes flying.
God.
And then it ends like that. It lands and like, wait, Bernie? Because they were like, oh, hi, Bernie. I'm like, how to see you, Bernie? Like, wait, what? And they turn around and the body's like right there and they run and scared. And then it ends with the kid with like, can I bury your body, mister? And then
the body just
flops.
falls, falls over.
He's like, wow, thanks, mister.
And then credits.
And then credits.
With the same song.
And they made a second one.
I don't know how.
I gotta see it. I gotta. You know what? I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm gonna look up just to see if you can watch it on Amazon. Because
I don't think you can. I think because when looking for Weekend at Bernie's 2 pops up and it's not on Prime.
Yeah. But I guess.
Damn it.
I guess we'll start with Will, like your overall general thoughts and your rating on the.
Oh, it was crap. It was a really bad movie. It had some funny parts in it, and actually, some of the parts of this movie reminded me of better movies, with way better budgets and better actors and everything. But like, I'd give this a 2. I would watch this. You know what? No, I give this a 1.5. Because it was just funny enough to be like, okay, yeah, I get it. It's got the funny parts. It's fine. And it was ridiculous, but there's plot holes you can drive a semi through. Mm-hmm. It relies on the same kinds of jokes. You know what? No, maybe it is a 2. Now I'm going back. It's a 2. Let me be generous. I'm going to give it a 2. It's not the kind of movie. It wasn't god awful. There are god awful movies I would never watch again. If I was drunk, I would watch this with friends while we just railed against it and made fun of it like we did today. But it was like it's not great. You know, it's just not great.
I'd have to agree with Will. It's just like there were a lot of moments where I just completely zoned out and just lost interest in watching the movie. And then I pick it back up later on, but it's like if that's how the movie is and it's a comedy, it's like it's not all that great of a movie. And I'm not gonna, there's a lot of people who do love this movie for it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna
more power to them if they like it. It's like it's just our opinion. You don't have to listen to our opinion or what we think about it, but it's like, but it's just, there are some funny moments in it, like a good amount of them, but it's just, all the main stuff happens at the beginning and to the first half of the middle. And then the rest of it is just kind of there. And I think I'd have to give it, I'd give it a 2 out of 5. Also, because that's just, I don't know. I don't see myself rewatching this movie. And I don't even know if I would really want to watch the sequel either, but that's just me. Yeah.
I want to watch the sequel to know how bad it is. Call me a glutton for punishment, but I'm like, I definitely want to know.
Yeah, I guess for me, I can echo you guys the same. There really wasn't. I couldn't understand, and now watch this movie, I can kind of understand why people like it and wouldn't made it big at the time. But when I heard people give like good praise to it, I never had like high expectations with it. Like honestly, I kind of forgot about this movie. Like when people were telling me like, "Oh, you should watch this and that," and I guess it's just like I felt the premise of it could have been like good. It could have been executed better, but the way they did it, like it had funny moments. I was like, there were kind of points where I chuckled, but other parts I just felt like, okay, I get it. And it was kind of tough for me to sit through most of it. It was just like I kind of was getting bored with it because I knew the premise. It just as we said earlier, it felt like they were just beating the horse, like beating a dead horse, and they just kept going with this premise. And I'm like, one thing I do want to bring up about it, I don't know if it could work. It could work with certain directors, and I felt like this could have been a really good the idea would have fit really good if someone like the Zucker brothers who did like Airplane and Naked Gun could have worked with this. I felt like with a different director and different writers and like what people do, like something like that clever, this movie could have been much better. But my overall like rating with this, I'd give it like a 2 out of 5 stars. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's far from that. It's just that it's a movie it's another movie that's considered a cult classic that I don't really have any fond memories of. But at the same time, even after watching this, I wouldn't go watch it again. Like even if I were gonna drink with someone, I probably feel like I'd probably fall asleep during this movie because I've seen it once and I don't want to see it again. But that's just me.
So we have another solid 2 across the board.
Yeah. Solid 2 out of 5 in this.
It's a 2. It was kind of crap, but it wasn't complete bad.
Yeah.
There we go.
Overall. But of course.
And now, Glenn Miller. No,
of course, we're not going to end the show just yet. We got one more segment, just one more, which is our untitled segment idea. So, without further ado, bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-da-da.
Dogs.
Dogs.
Right.
And
More dogs. One more dog, and then
a curveball, a xenomorph with a pilgrim hat.
So we got
okay. Good luck.
So that's like 6 dogs and a xenomorph and a pilgrim hat.
It's a lot of dogs. Okay, you know what?
You don't have to put that many dogs.
We might. I don't know if we've got the budget for all these fucking dogs.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm pretty sure someone's gonna call and be like, "They've got too many dogs."
Well, can you check the budget if we have enough for that many dogs?
Yeah, sure. Give me 1 second.
Oh, okay.
Just let me. Yeah, no, we cannot afford those dogs. We cannot. So let's see. Dog.
Let me just send.
And then there was another dog, and then space, and then dog. Okay, we can have 3 dogs. So that's it.
3 dogs?
3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we only have 3 dogs from when we said dogs. Only 3 dogs.
Yeah.
And the xenomorph.
And the xenomorph. Yeah.
Yeah.
That really set us back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that set us back. If we didn't have the xenomorph with the pilgrim hat, we could have had several more dogs, but unfortunately, it's just not in the budget.
Yeah. But who doesn't like a xenomorph? Who doesn't like a xenomorph in a pilgrim hat?
Yeah. I mean, look at him.
Yeah. Look
at him wear that hat.
Look at him wear that hat. Who doesn't like him with their hat? You know?
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime girl.
And yes,
loves that hat.
In response to stuff on 3 dog. Ow! With a thing to Fallout 3. Anyway, so who's gonna go first?
Robin.
All right.
You go.
So I'm not going to talk about Black Ops Cold War because I'm saving that for the review on Player 2. But I will talk about, and speaking of the Xenomorph, I've been playing Alien Isolation.
Oh.
And I've been replaying it. I played it and beat it on PS4 before, and then I got it on Steam when it was on sale, and it was the Game of the Year edition, so it had all the DLC. And replaying it, I remembered how creepy it is because it's just you're walking around this giant space station, and you're just hearing the alien xenomorph like crawling through the vents, and you never know when it's going to pop up to then try to hunt you down. And it's really good. It's really fun. I'm trying to replay it again so I can remember how it went again. And yeah, I recommend you guys play it too. If you guys ever get the chance. It's a great horror game. And it's just a really good story.
Yeah, I've heard it's a really good. I've heard that's like one of the good like movies into video games.
One of the best Alien video games from the Alien franchise, and better than Alien 3, and Alien Covenant, and Prometheus. all three of them combined. But yeah, I'd recommend it. I won't have a full rating of it until yet. I'm going to do another review of that later for Player 2, but right now that's just what I'm playing at the moment.
Nice. Will, what have you recently watched, seen, played, etc., etc.?
Oh, okay. So I recently watched this movie called Weekend at Bernie's, and no, I'm just kidding. But I got back into playing. I didn't like the other day. I was like, man, I've been playing a lot of GTA 5 lately. That's a good game. I've been playing with Robin and Edgar and Stefan, and I was like, you know what? But I've been playing that a lot lately. I've been like driving that, pretty hard. And I was like, what do I want to play? What do I want to play? And I played Battlefield 5 for the first time in a while, and I was like, damn, I missed this. I forgot how unfortunately bad I am at the game. I'm pretty bad, but like it's fun. Pow pow, pew pew, grenade, boom. Oh, I'm dead. Respawn. Do it all again. And it's pretty fun. I enjoy it. We all have we all have those kinds of first-person shooter games where you just kind of go like, yeah, well, it's the same thing every time, but I'm gonna keep buying it.
Nice.
But if anybody wants to play a little bit of Battlefield 5, you can you comment in chat now, or if you're on the YouTubes when you see this, you comment below and join the Discord, and we'll see what's up when we get to see what's up.
Yeah.
Robin? No, wait. Edgar?
Me. I've been recently since a cousin of mine, he lent me his PS4 till I can afford to get the PS5. So because I really wanted to I really wanted to play like a certain game that's there, but I got to start with the first one. Just got to fully play it through on my own, which is Marvel Spider-Man on the PS4. I got the Game of the Year edition, so it comes with the DLC and already comes with all the updates. And I'm almost finished with it that I could start the DLC. But overall, I'll save the review for later, but I'm still having like a hell of a lot of fun, and it's getting me really excited to start playing Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Same here. Like as soon as I get that PS5, that's the first game I want to try to get.
Yeah,
is Miles Morales.
Because goddamn, that game's looking so good, and it's like playing Spider-Man's making me like, man, I can't wait to play Miles Morales.
Yeah,
that game's gonna be dang fun. But that's mostly what I've been playing. I'm close to the end of it. I'm at the part, where everyone's like, yo, whoa, everything's going crazy in the game. And I've been playing a lot with the, because around like a month or two after that game was coming out, they released an update that comes with the Sam Raimi Spider-Man suit. So every time I have a story mode mission, I always play with the Sam Raimi suit. So like every time it's like a good cut, like a cool cutscene, it always has the Sam Raimi suit. I'm like, yeah, this is the Spider-Man 4 we've never gotten.
Yeah.
but it's a good time. And if you haven't played it, guys, go play it. It's a lot of fun. But with all that out of the way, with all this, it's at that time, to end the show. But of course, we'll be back next Friday with another movie, and we'll announce it probably tomorrow, the next day. And if you're watching on Twitch, this will probably be uploaded on YouTube. If some of you came in late or never had the chance to watch it, or just waiting for it to come on YouTube, don't worry, it should come out tomorrow or the next day. I'm gonna I made myself to put that there since I've been doing a lot of this should be different. Excuse me.
Oh god.
But of course, with that out of the way, guys, thank you guys for the support. Help us reach 50 followers so we could be affiliated on Twitch, so we could continue growing the show.
And we can get Will to get Minecraft so we can play it.
Yeah.
Yep. We get affiliate. I buy Minecraft, and y'all get videos of me just bumbling around Minecraft, going, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. So,
and Robin and Edgar getting to guide me into the world of Minecraft.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just got a message from Carl, who says, I'm going to make you play Minecraft hardcore. And I don't know what that means. Well, I know what Minecraft is. I don't know what that means, though.
Well, you should tell Carl that he should get everyone he knows, like show his family or friends or anyone, show him our Twitch stream or show him our show. Tell him, hey, get these guys to 50 followers on Twitch so we could get Will to start playing Minecraft with us, and just show it to your friends, show it to your family, show it to your loved ones, show it to anyone. Spread the word of the Grand Slam. Tell them that they get when they subscribe, their name's gonna be here, and it says they accept the burger. They get a nice burger. Who doesn't like burgers? Any kind of burger. You can make it. It's the burger of your dreams. The burgers in your life that you will.
The burger of champions.
And you know what? And we have an international audience here at the Grand Slam, because we have Canadians, we have Danes. Sir Carl of Denmark is from Denmark, and the Danes, as we all know, the Danes and the Canadians have always been this podcast's closest allies, and I think the record shows that.
Shout out to the Canadians and the people from Denmark. We love you guys. Spread the word everywhere. Show them the Grand Slam. Again, I'm going to say it again. I want to thank you all, everyone from the Discord to the YouTubes to the Twitch to the Twitters and even to the Facebook page. To all of you guys showing the love and spreading it around, it really means a lot to us. I mean, hell, we're almost close to 40 subscribers on YouTube, and we're close to 50 over here on Twitch, which is we're almost at there, and it's really awesome. Especially, so we're hoping to aim it by the end of this year, and also we got a lot of more stuff planned, especially for next month and the month following that. We're all working with that. We have these ideas. Also,
the swimsuit calendar's coming out, right? Oh no, I'm sorry. That's for the other thing. I'm sorry. Ignore that. Although if you know me, me, Edgar and Robin, you'd understand why that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Look at my notes here.
What does your note say?
Not for this podcast.
Oh,
not for this podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
For other one. But yeah, also, if you guys are here and you haven't gotten the Discord, jump on the Discord, join the community, get your word out there. We have a lot of people, a lot of good people on the Discord, and you can we want to grow the Discord. Follow us on Facebook on the page. We'll have updates there. You could also follow us on Twitter. Follow the other Twitter we just talked about, Player 2 Grand Slam. Why am I pointing right over here? Point over here, right there where that Robin's running. Follow that one for more gaming news and future updates on that account. Follow us on the Grand Slam. Follow all of us on our Twitters. Follow the YouTube channel. That's where we have this video will be uploaded in. Excuse me. After that, and of course, follow us on Twitch. Follow us. You get updated on, like, you'll get the notification like, oh, we're live. Same thing on YouTube. You'll be like, oh, they uploaded a new video. All this all this nice mumbo jumbo that we always get to say, because we love you guys and we thank you for it. And of course, now we're gonna end it. In other words, thank you all for watching. We love you all.
Oh my gosh, guys, Bernie Sanders is back. We're about to close. Maybe we can get one question while we're closing.
Okay.
One question while we're fading
closing.
out.
Okay, we love you guys. We'll end it with Bernie. Bye, guys. Oh, wrong one. Bye, guys.
Mr. Sanders,
What do you want?
what's your opinion on Pepsi and Coke?
Yeah.
Pepsi and Coke. Everyone talks about it. The 1% like Pepsi and Coke. I prefer Schweppes Bitter Lemon.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I mean,
It's the
that's
only
a
thing
pretty
I
good
drink.
one.
The only thing.
Have you ever thought of drinking like Mountain Dew or anything like that while you're
No.
gaming? Oh.
Not once. Gaming. The only game I play is when I game the 1% by raising up a grassroots movement.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Sanders,
Thank you,
Senator Sanders. We thank you for coming and
Thank you, Mr. Sanders. We'll see you guys. We love y'all.
Take the burger.
Goodbye, guys.